Hey guys, it's Emmy. Thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. So today we're just going to do a fun get ready with me. I'm going out tonight with some work friends, so I wanted to get ready. I'm doing like a real nice outfit, so just so I can film myself doing my makeup and maybe my hair if I want to do something kind of fun with my hair. So don't worry that I look really greasy. I've just freshly moisturised my face, so I'm going to have to put my fringe back. My fringe is very outgrown, I need to trim it, but I'm just going to put it to the side. I might clip it away. Yeah, it's been a while. Sorry that I haven't uploaded. I guess I'll kind of try and explain how things are going on. I'm going to start with a bit of Glossier Future Dew. So, I guess I'll start by just saying I've realised that me and YouTube have like a weird relationship. I have a bit of a commitment issue when it comes to YouTube, obviously. I make these plans and these promises of like how I'm going to upload, things I'm going to upload, ideas and stuff, and it just, yeah, I kind of get started and I find it hard to keep going. I really love making my money saving cash stuffing videos, by the way, and thank you so much for everyone that's been watching those. I was really kind of like committed to doing those, however after, like during Christmas and after Christmas things kind of changed a little bit. That I wasn't really expecting, not really like crazy, it was just more like how we planned to kind of spend our money. So for those that don't know, I am married. You can watch my husband on Twitch. He's the Hunter93 on Twitch if you want to watch him game. He's very, very talented. We're married. We were supposed to get married in 2020 because we got engaged in 2019. Obviously that didn't happen. We then, put it 2021. That didn't happen. Now it's 2022. But we decided, because our wedding isn't actually going to be like a legal wedding because it's going to be outside. And in the UK you can't have an outdoor wedding or an outdoor marriage unless you're like getting married under like a roofed area that's got a concrete base, and that has like a wedding license to get married there. Where we're getting married, it's just a field, so we don't have either of those. So we're going to get married separately anyway, and then have like a wedding to celebrate. So we decided to get legally married last year because we were able to do that. So we're legally married, got a ring and everything, and then we are having like our wedding this summer. I'm going to go with some concealers. I'm going to just kind of mix and match. So we are having our wedding this summer, and there's a lot of like DIY stuff. It's like a festival theme, and we just kind of realised there was a lot that we kind of needed for it, and so that's kind of been our priority with like saving and kind of like our time focus. So I haven't really kind of got the patience at the moment to do like the money stuffing. I'm still like saving my money normally, like doing like our regular saving and then allocating the money where I need it, but I just, because I haven't really got a lot of time for like different pots, I'm kind of having to improvise. And after the wedding, once I have a bit more of my brain back, I'll be able to get back into that and hopefully do it a bit more seriously like I was. But yeah, so for the time being it's on a bit of a back burner, which is fine. I think especially when it comes to money saving, when you start something that's gonna like help, I think you have to remember, like, just because you don't necessarily like go full throttle into it, or like things change and you have to like adapt things, or like, whatever happens, like life just happens, it doesn't mean that you failed to then kind of like start again. You can start whenever. You haven't missed any kind of boat with it. I think that's the thing that you have to kind of remind yourself. I think that's the thing, like with any kind of hobby, like even with my YouTube, I sometimes think, because YouTube is so different from when I first started doing YouTube, which I had a music channel years ago, like over 10 years ago now. I had it in like 2008 to 2012, I think, and I really loved it. I was like just videoing myself playing the guitar and singing. I loved it. but I had kids at school that found it and they took the piss out of me, so I deleted the whole thing. And then I started doing more makeup stuff in like 2014, 2015, which I think is my oldest video. I had a lot more videos, but I deleted them because I was embarrassed, and you know, I didn't think they were as good as other people's, and you know, I kind of constantly kick myself like, oh, what if I kept going, where would I be now? And it's like, who cares? Like, I'm not ashamed of like my life is, you know. It's like, I just do this for fun. I don't do it for anything other than that. And I just kind of realised like I can't act as if it's like this really big serious thing when it's not. It should just be for fun. So that's where I'm at. I'm just going to make videos where I can. I can't commit to anything. I can't commit to the specific type of video I want to do. I can't commit to the time schedule that I do them. But I can commit to just doing them when I can. And I think that's really important. Do I do my brows now? I'm just doing concealer. I'm not doing a foundation. I want to do my brows now. I might do my brows now just to get them out of the way. I've been experimenting with brow pencil again. I used to use brow pencil. If you've seen my other makeup videos when I was still working at MAC, I was using the MAC brow pencil, which I did love, but I don't really love that style of brow anymore. I like things a little bit softer, more fluffy, whereas then it was a bit more like intense and bold, which I liked at the time, but I don't really like that anymore. And I've been using basically like boy brow, which is like one of my favourite things ever. I love this thing from Glossier. And like brow pens, I really love the MAC brow pen, and the Soap and Glory brow pen is also really good. I'm experimenting with the Senna, the Sketcher Brow and the brow gel, just because I'm like, I kind of fancy something a little more classic, you know, a bit more old school, so I'm gonna just give it a go. This one's a little bit more sheer than the MAC. Oh my god, a piece of fluff on my mouth. Oh no, it's my eyelash. I was like, what the hell was that? My eyelash fell out. Okay, right. This one's a bit more sheer. It's a bit more, I guess, natural. It doesn't come off as intense as the MAC one. You have to press a little bit harder, I find. There we go. I'm using ash brown, which is kind of like their grey colour, but I like it because it doesn't make my brows too dark, and I am going quite grey in my hair anyway. So my hair overall is quite like a cool tone. I'd probably say I'm like, maybe it's probably like 20 or 30% grey. I don't know, it's kind of hard because I can't really see the back of my head. I can only see the front, and it's quite heavy on the front, but it doesn't make it a bad thing. I'm learning to love my grey hair. I would dye it, but I'm allergic to most hair dye. So I have found a hair dye that works for me because it's like designed for people with allergies, but it doesn't last very long, so I can't just keep doing it all the time. So I only do it for like if I'm gonna have like photos taken or something, like for an event, or I think the last time I did it was for when I got married. And even then you can still see some like silvery bits of my hair in the photos, but it doesn't really matter. I don't really care that much, to be honest. Maturing is realising these things don't really matter. I guess I can talk about the wedding. It's, yeah, this summer we're really excited for it. Everything's coming together really well. It's now just kind of a case of making sure everything happens as it's planned to, and then doing like all the little kind of decory bits. Yes, it's like a festival theme. There's a lot of kind of like, not DIY, well there is DIY, but there's a lot of just kind of bits that we haven't got like a wedding planner or anything like that. We're just doing it ourselves. So we've hired a lot of like vendors and things to provide different services, and just making sure that everything runs smoothly. It's all kind of like a rainbowy type colour scheme. It's kind of like, this colour scheme is no colour scheme, just kind of bright colourful shades everywhere. I'm doing kind of like a bright colourful Euphoria type makeup. I might do a few kind of like trial runs of it on here if you're interested in seeing that, or if you're not interested I might do it anyway. Okay, I'm gonna put the brow gel in. Ooh. This brow gel is quite cool. It's got little fibres in it, so it kind of helps to thicken up the brow. And And with brow gel, I like to kind of go back on myself first, like that. And then I like to brush it through, so then they kind of like stick down a bit better. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to do contour first. I'm going to go in with Root from MAC, which is like a cream colour base. I really like it for contour. It's really good if you have really fair skin, because it's cool tone, but it's not super duper pigmented, it's very sheer. I just apply contour in my hollows on my cheeks. I know a lot of people on TikTok at the moment are doing the kind of with the filter where it's really, really high. I tried that. It makes my face look triangular because I've got like a square face. So when you contour the tops of my cheekbones, you're getting rid of like the highest bit of like the middle part of my face, and so then my jaw just pops out, and so it just looks like a triangle. So I like to just do hollows just to kind of emphasize the natural contour of my face and make my cheekbone pop more. Yeah, it looks great on other people though. I think people who maybe have more of an oval face or a heart-shaped face with a slightly less pronounced jawline, it looks really, really pretty on. So I just dab it on. Make sure to kind of like warm it up with my finger and buff it in. I guess I'll talk a little bit about my experience with makeup, because I don't think I've ever really talked about like what makeup is in my life. I used to work in makeup. I used to be like a working makeup artist. I used to work for different brands as makeup artist on counter, and then I also used to do freelance myself as well. I worked for Benefit, then I worked for YSL, and then I went to MAC, and MAC was the one I stayed at for longest, like over 3 years. I think it was like 3.5 years, I think I was there. And I loved every brand that I worked for different reasons, and I didn't like working for every brand that I worked for different reasons. For Benefit and YSL, area managers were very absent, I guess. They didn't really help very much. And my manager in the store, the department manager, was awful. Didn't like her at all. She was the same for both. It was in the same department store. And then, so although I loved the makeup for each brand, didn't love the people running the game, and it made it really hard to enjoy it. So then I was like, right, I'm gonna quit. I had saved up a lot of money. I was still living at home, and I saved up a lot of money, and I went to did a makeup course, did editorial and fashion makeup at the London College of Fashion, which is part of the University of the Arts London schools. Did editorial and fashion makeup there. My teacher was Ruth Brophy. Ruth Brophy, I think that's how you pronounce her surname. She's so talented, so amazing. She did the makeup for the movie Northern Soul. I think I have it here actually. Yeah, this movie. She did the makeup for this movie. Great movie. Love this. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's really good. And she's so talented. Loved working with her. She was just so cool. I was just like in awe of how cool she was. Is my thing moving? I think my tripod just got wiggled a bit. So I did that, got my certificate to say that I did that, and then I applied for MAC. I applied for MAC previously while still working at YSL, and I got rejected because I just didn't have enough experience. I worked for counters for 3 years at that point, but it just wasn't enough. At that point, MAC was really competitive to get with MAC. So I was like, right, I'll go and study it. And I had that qualification, and then applied again like straight after. And then I got my interview. You have like a face-to-face interview. and you have your trade test, which is where you bring in a model and then you have to do whatever the model decides what they want, as if they were a customer. I brought my mum in and she wanted glowy skin, and I did it in like 5 minutes. And so then the person who was doing my trade test, she was like, do you want to just do like a whole look, just do whatever you want, and I can just see what you would pick for her. I was like, cool. So I did end up doing the whole look really quick, and she was like, oh my god, like that's the thing, when you worked in counters before, you get speed is like your best friend. And that was like when I did my stint when I went to London College of Fashion. She was like, who's worked on counters before? And I put my hand up and she's like, okay, you're going to be quick, because you learn how to be really, really fast with makeup and still do makeup really, really well. I should probably put some more makeup on. I'm just going to put on this cheek. This is a sheer colour tint from Bobbi Brown in sheer blackberry. So yeah, and then you do your trade test, and then you do a store approval, which is just with the whatever department store you're in, or if you're in a self-standing store, then I don't know if you still have that step, or maybe you then just have like another interview with like the store manager or something. I'm not 100% sure. I've only ever worked in department stores. Yeah, so then you have your store approval, and then I got hired, and I got the call that I was hired, and I worked at that store for about a year and a half, and then a store that was actually in the town that I lived in opened, and which in another department store, and I transferred to there, and I was the only one on that counter that I'd previously worked for Mac when that first started, and there was like a bunch. Oh god, that was another thing. Oh god, I could do a whole video about my experience at Mac, but yeah, like I loved working there. I have friends that I worked with that are now friends for life. Shout out to Izzy, shout out to Lauren, shout out to Hayley. They're like my best friends. I love them so much, and I found them through Mac. As you can see, I apply blush like literally all over my face. I just love a lot of colour. I'm so pale, I just want all the colour I can get. I apply a little on my brow bone as well. So I wouldn't trade it, and I became much greater makeup artist from it. You do so much training. It's really, really in-depth. The artistry at Mac is really, really intense, and they're really, really on it with making your customer service really, really good, and just being the best makeup artist you can be. And I really absorbed that a lot. Sorry, my phone just prompted me that I needed to clear some storage. So yeah, it was such a wonderful time working at Mac, but there were just so many issues as well that made it not really worth it anymore, and I got to a point where I was like, I think my time's up. I'm ready to do something else. I'm ready to get out of retail. I'm ready to try something different. You can only deal with it for so long. I'm just using Daniel Stein, the watercolour blush and glow. Love these. I've heard them getting a lot of rave stuff on TikTok. I've been using them for years. They're so good. I'm glad that they're finally getting a lot of rave reviews on something like TikTok. Just put a bit of primer on. Okay, I'm just going to pop on a little bit of Daniel Stein Cedar, which is kind of similar to Mac's Wedge, just a little bit darker. I'm just going to put that all over my eyelids. So yeah, I just realised, I was like, I'm ready to move on, do something different. So I was like, if I can find something that I really love, then I'll do that. And I found a makeup website that I really love. I'm not going to say which one it is, just because I don't really want people to know where I work. But I found a makeup website, and I got the job there, and I'm loving it. And I've been working there ever since. And I work from home. And yeah, it's been great. We moved to the Cotswolds. We used to live in Berkshire area, and now we live in the Cotswolds. And it's been great. We've been enjoying our life as much as possible. You know, things can get trouble. You know, this past couple of years have been a bit crazy, but you know, we're trying to deal with it as much as we can, and still, you know, plan for things that we want to do. And that. Yeah. Okay, then I'm just taking that same shadow under my eye. Okay, then I'm taking the shade Moss Brown from MAC. I can open it, this one. This is from the Barbie collection. It's old, I don't care. I'm just taking it on like a stiff brush. And I'm going to put that just like on my lash line. Kind of really softly applying it. Ooh. Really close to the lash line, and then just gradually blending it into that shadow I've just applied on top. But I'm just keeping it on the lid, I'm not winging it out. And then I'm popping it underneath. I'm going to focus that more in the middle, and then just like blend it out. I'm kind of going for a little bit of like a smoky eye that's like a little bit dead looking. It's just kind of the vibe I'm going for today. I've just powdered my face a little bit, just to take down a bit of the excess shine in the middle, and I feel like my human form is starting to take place. Oh, right, okay, and then on the very lid, I want to add a bit more shimmer, so I'm going to take this, also from MAC, also very old, Frozen Blue. It's a mineralized eyeshadow. I'm just going to pop that on the very top of the eyelid to add a bit of like a silvery shine. Okay, so I just went away, I've added mascara. I put a little of boy brow through my brows just because I wanted them a little bit darker, because they kind of like vanished when I put the mascara on, and I added a few little freckles just because I have like these little red marks on my face, and I like to turn them into freckles, so just put that on. Now I'm gonna do some lip. I'm kind of been trying out the TikTok thing where it's like your perfect lip liner will be your brow liner, and because this is so sheer, it kind of works as like a lip liner. So I'm going to like a nude lip, so I'm just going to use my brow pencil. Okay, so I've lined the lip, it actually looks kind of cute. What kind of works with this look? Not too dark. And I'm just going to go with this lip colour. This is from MAC. This is a Sheen Supreme. These are old. Discontinued as well. Supremely Confident is the shade. It's basically just like something I can see the colour. But it's super shiny. So it works really well as like a super sheer nude. Cute. We like that. Right, I'm gonna sort the hair out and I'll come back. And this is the finished look, everyone. Can you like even fathom like where we began? And this is where we ended. It's great. So this is my outfit. It's like this purple velvet jacket. It's from Bieber, and I've just got a bunch of jewelry on, and I've just got like these like loose black trousers on. And then I just kept my hair straight because I didn't really know what else to do with it, and then I just kind of blow dried my fringe a little bit so it would fan out a bit more. And then added these little barrettes that are little pearls, because I got these pearls on. And then on my trousers I've just put a pearl necklace on like the waistband bit as almost like a little chain. So I thought that was a nice little coordination. So that is my outfit and my makeup. So thank you so much for watching, guys. As I said, I don't know when I'll next upload, but I will upload at some point. Click subscribe if you'd like to see more, and like the video because it helps me know if you liked it or not. And leave a comment, let me know if there's any videos that you want me to do, any kind of makeup looks you want me to do. If you want to see more money videos, go for that. So cool, have a great day everyone, bye!